All right, Marcus, let's go over your story and see if there's anything that needs to be fixed and maybe just kind of cleaned up. First thing, I'm going to move this back. Um, let me delete all that I just did. All right. So this just move it back up here. So Bob and Jeff were about to go to sleep when there was a green light coming from the closet door. Bob watched Jeff needs to be capitalized. So I'm just going to kind of highlight some things that we need to change. Go and open the door. Jeff opened the door and there was a box. Bam! An alien popped out of the box. Jeff and Bob screamed. So what I would do is I would start a new paragraph here because this kind of tells me what happened, and now you're going to tell me about the alien right here. So I would make this a new paragraph right there. He was green, tall, and he winked one eye 10 times in a row. His head was as big as a chair. He winked one more time, so we need to kind of put a period right there, just because that's kind of just one statement about him being as big as a chair. He winked one more time and pulled out a don't know what that is. All right, so it may be something I'm not aware of, but what is that? You need to make it clear in case somebody's reading it and doesn't know what it is, like me. It's not Jeff, period. So change that comma to a period right here. Then Bob pulled out his pocket knife and threw it at the alien. You don't need then and then and then. You just need it one time. So I would just say the alien dropped to the ground and grunted. So Bob stabbed the alien once more to make sure he was dead. So I would probably start a new paragraph here. Because you're talking about you're kind of done with the alien, now you're moving to a different thing right here. So I would start a new paragraph here. Bob saw Jeff was bleeding out, so he put Jeff on his back and carried Jeff to his Toyota Tundra. All right, this is a specific thing, so you need to capitalize it, the whole thing. Nope. Toyota Tundra limited edition truck. But I really like that detail there. Very good. But just make the whole thing capitalized. He buckled up Jeff in the passenger seat and hurried. Check the spelling of hurried, Hurried. So you need to change that spelling. Out of the driveway to the hospital. They were on the bobway when Bob saw the hospital, hurried off of. So that's kind of confusing here. So maybe you want to say they were on the highway when Bob saw the hospital exit and hurried off the exit. Start of a sentence here needs to be capitalized. They were in the emergency room. The doctor. So here's what I would say. I would say the doctor, and I would put a comma here. So put a comma here and a comma after Jack. So what that does, it's a way to write. This is the doctor, comma, Jack, comma. That means that the doctor is named Jack, and it's easier to read. Asked what happened to Bob. Asked what happened, but Bob said he would not believe him. 30. Okay, you need to spell out the word minutes there. We don't abbreviate when we're writing. Actually spell out the words minutes. 30 minutes later, Bob needs to be capitalized, was sitting in the waiting area for Jeff. About 45, again, we need to make it minutes. Later, the doctor came out with Jeff and said he would be fine. Doctor, you don't need a period there. Dr. Jack told Bob, again, needs to be capitalized, to take good care of Jeff. Bob and Jeff went to Bob's truck. When, this is the start of a new sentence. When they got in the truck, Jeff said tonight was a rough night. Bob started the truck and drove out of the hospital towards home. Another start of a sentence needs to be capitalized. When they got home, Bob and Jeff. Okay, here's something we got to talk about. Was refers to one person. Since you're talking about Bob and Jeff and it's more than one person, was needs to be were. So change that to were. So tired, they went to bed with don't know what that is again, so you need to once you describe it up there, I'll know what it is, but that's confusing me, and no alien. So pretty good. I really like this part of the Toyota Tundra Limited. Perfect. Um, but since Jeff is there so long, um, or Bob's in the waiting area for so long, like maybe you go into more detail about maybe you went and got a cup of coffee or something to eat or a snack and tell me more details. Other than that, it's pretty good. You just need to kind of break it up into paragraphs or sections. So that's what you need to do. So hopefully that helps, and you can make the changes and make this story even better.